You open your laptop one morning and there it is. A charge on your credit card you barely remember authorizing, $60, maybe $80, gone. And the renewal notice was buried in your email, sent 3 weeks ago. Easy to miss. That is the Norton moment a lot of people talk about, not the antivirus itself. The moment when you realize the price you paid a year ago was an introductory deal and the real price just hit your account. So today, we are going to break down what Norton Antivirus actually does, what all those features mean in plain English, and what your options look like if you want something simpler. Let us start at the beginning. Antivirus software exists because your device is constantly under threat from software designed to harm it. We call this malware. Malware covers a lot of ground. There are viruses that attach themselves to your files and spread. There is ransomware that locks your data and demands payment. There is spyware that sits quietly on your device, watching what you type and where you go online. And there is adware that floods your screen with ads you never wanted. Norton was one of the earliest companies to fight this kind of software, going back to the late 1980s. The name carries real history, and the core product does what it says it does. Here is how it works at a basic level. Real-time protection means the software is scanning constantly, not just when you run a manual check. Every file you open, every email attachment you click, every download you start gets checked against a database of known threats. If something matches, Norton blocks it before it can run. That database gets updated constantly because new malware appears every single day. The people writing malicious software are not standing still, and neither are the security companies tracking them. A firewall is a different layer. Think of it as a gatekeeper between your device and the internet. It watches what data is trying to come in and what data your apps are sending out. If something looks suspicious, it can block the connection. Windows and Mac already include a basic firewall, but dedicated security software often adds more control over what gets through. Then there are the add-ons. This is where things get more complicated. Norton sells different plan tiers. The entry price gets you core antivirus. But to get features like a VPN, identity theft monitoring, a password manager, or dark web alerts, you move up to higher plans. Each tier adds features. Each tier costs more. A VPN, which stands for Virtual Private Network, encrypts your internet connection and routes it through a server in a location of your choosing. This matters most when you are on public Wi-Fi, like at an airport or a coffee shop, where others on the same network could potentially intercept unencrypted data. It also means when you are traveling abroad, to somewhere like Japan or Canada, you can still access services tied to your home country. The VPN that comes bundled in certain Norton plans handles this, but it is worth knowing it is a bolt-on, not a core part of the antivirus. Password managers store your login credentials securely, so you are not reusing the same password across 20 different sites. Dark web monitoring scans known leaked databases for your email address and personal information, then alerts you if it shows up somewhere it should not. These are all real, useful features. So why do so many people end up frustrated? A few reasons come up consistently. First is the price jump at renewal. Many users start on a promotional rate, sometimes less than $30 for the first year. When year 2 arrives, the full rate kicks in. For some plans, that can be 2 or 3 times what you originally paid. It does not mean the software is broken. It just means the pricing model rewards new customers more than loyal ones, and a lot of people feel caught off guard. Second is system performance. Norton's software runs in the background constantly, which is by design. That constant scanning uses processing power and memory. On older machines or lower-spec laptops, some users notice their device running slower, especially during a scheduled full scan. Norton has made improvements here over the years, but heavier security suites do tend to have a footprint. Third is the upsell flow. When you open the Norton dashboard, you will see prompts for features you have not activated or upgrades to higher plan tiers. This is standard practice across security software, but for someone who just wants protection without noise, it can feel like a lot. None of this makes Norton a bad product. It genuinely protects against real threats. For users who want a well-known brand, a long track record, and a comprehensive suite of add-ons, it is a legitimate choice. But the experience has pushed a lot of people to look for a different approach. What some users want is simpler. One price, one bill, everything included. No tiers, no renewal surprises, no prompts to upgrade. That is the thinking behind a bundle like Surfshark One. It puts a VPN, antivirus, and data breach alerts into one package at one predictable price. The antivirus component handles real-time malware scanning. The VPN handles encrypted browsing and helps protect your connection on public Wi-Fi or when you are traveling abroad. The breach alerts notify you if your personal information appears in known data leaks. It is a different philosophy from a modular suite. Instead of paying for a base product and unlocking features layer by layer, everything comes together from the start. If you are reevaluating your current security setup, whether because of a renewal charge you did not expect, performance issues you have been noticing, or just a sense that your subscriptions have gotten complicated, it is worth a look. Check the link in the description at snipstack.io/yt/Norton-antivirus-deep to see current pricing and what is included. Security software is not exciting, but getting the right coverage at a price that makes sense, without surprises, is worth a few minutes of your time. If this kind of plain English breakdown is useful to you, subscribe. We cover privacy, security, and digital tools in a way that does not assume you have a computer science degree. See you in the next one.